The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us, and of course, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there.
Absolutely,
we got a lot to be thankful for.
Oh, we do.
There's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah.
Market-wise out here, folks, you get a tough market. Dow's off 139, Nasdaq 35, S&P 16, gold's down 20. King dollar's on the move, and bottom line. Folks, this is it's not unheard of, but it's pretty close that Germany couldn't sell their bonds.
Yeah,
that'd be like us doing an auction. And folks, it was only 5.2 billion.
Yeah,
that's nothing. That's a joke. So the way it works is that when you go to sell bonds, they put in a minimum bid that they want. Well, bottom line is they were shot by 35%. Only 65% went for the bid.
Yes.
Folks, let me tell you something. That is
big.
So it's huge because that's shot money. That's like you and I going out and saying, "Hey, will you lend me $1?" It's that dramatic, I mean, we're talking shot money. This is nothing. This is a joke. And in the next 30 to 60 days, you got billions that have to be rolled over while the rest of the weaker countries.
No, for sure. So kind of there was a signal. So last night, I was trading and working on newsletter stuff,
yes.
And at about 8:05,
yes.
I started watching some serious action, just in a 5-minute chart.
Right.
Some serious demolition being done to the euro.
Did you?
Especially after it had this, it looked like they were really trying to push the euro up.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you started seeing it fall off a cliff. I went and took a look at the what was going on with the pound.
Yes.
The pound was also getting pounded, if you will.
Yep.
It was only Asia that was on board for the most part, And so the interesting thing is that, what it was, and I sent an immediate signal out to my clients and subscribers that, even though we had a pattern that was coming in on the ES Mini, don't take the first one.
Right.
Do not take it and sit and wait till we have some type of confirmation. That
are you going long?
No, we didn't. We're going to.
Okay,
especially coming into
I'm with you.
The Thanksgiving bounce, and that was really what I was working on. Was to work for that.
Okay.
And so I sent the signal out and said, don't. There was a range here, and I said we'll take a look at the lower part of the range.
That's so cool.
And
you
see
saw
what
that.
happens. Okay.
Okay.
And then, because the yen was behaving fine.
Right.
And but it's interesting because they couldn't sell all their bonds. All right.
Yep.
And Asia is a big buyer of bonds,
that's
if you will. So somebody, seemed to, know something.
No, listen. Let's walk through it.
Right.
Okay. Let's absolutely walk through it. When I still do a lot of bonds, but when all I did was bonds for about 8 years. This is how it works. So watch what happened, folks. What Steve saw there was this. When you're going out and you're pushing bonds, right? In that case, I was the buyer. Do you know what I mean? Buyer or seller. Brokers would be calling you, right?
Yes, right.
And they want to know, okay, how many do you want?
Right.
We know this is coming out.
Right.
Well, what happened there, folks, is that as they were going out, whoever was going out and start selling the euro knew that there was the same broker dealer.
That's right.
If you were going out saying, we don't have any indication of interest.
That's right.
And we have a short indication of interest, and that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because what I used to do, the bonds I was doing mostly were all airline bonds.
Right, I understand. But it's the same principles that are working on the buy and sell side.
It was huge because I would tell them flat out. I said, I'm not biting on that. I will bite at this particular point.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
and that's what they're looking for. What will you bite at? What will you give it? This is what I'll give it to you for. Okay, good. And at that point, we were pushing 12, 13, 14, sometimes 16%.
Yes.
Because they were all broke. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But
that gives you such a unique perspective.
Yes.
That each of us, don't have out there.
Yes. No.
Because it helps you to lead into what's going on as far as that dynamics with the dollar.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The currency side. Because, I saw something going on last night, and that's why I sent out the cautionary flag.
Right.
And said, just, sit tight, folks, because Europe doesn't come online until 3 a.m.
That's right.
And I went to bed
and this happened before
just to
this
see,
is way before
it, And so you get up in 3 and things, weren't falling apart.
Right.
but they weren't exactly, coming together either and bouncing like you would see, especially when you get to an area where you've got, these really nice Fibonacci expansions.
Yes.
And, and the behavior there should have been almost like an immediate reversal.
That's right. And what that's telling you is that the market's even weaker than you think.
Right, absolutely. No question.
Now, what gets interesting here, folks, is this. Is that, yesterday we talked about the amount of non-U.S. banks that were putting cash in the Federal Reserve.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When I saw that they couldn't sell the bonds
this morning, yeah,
right?
That's right.
The first place I went is where?
Yeah.
What can they sell? The reason they couldn't sell the bonds, they absolutely, well, my take on it anyway, folks, is that they couldn't sell the bonds because Germany is not a good credit risk. They are. I mean, give me a break. Germany's a great credit risk.
Well, they own
right?
a printing press. So you're,
Well, Germany doesn't. No,
not Germany.
No,
okay,
Germany doesn't. But they're a great credit risk.
Okay.
They're a great credit risk. The reason they can't sell the bonds is that you have to buy them in euros.
Right.
So I said, oh, here we go.
Yes.
The next move, folks, by Germany, they're going to float a dollar bond.
Yeah.
And they'll get as much money as they want. People are paranoid right now to buy anything in euros because they know if the euro gets smoked down to 30, it doesn't matter how much interest they pay on the bond, right? Ba-boom, you get smoked. They'll turn around and float a dollar bond.
Right.
And all that's going to do is put, of course, more juice inside the dollar.
That's right. So, I mean, that's important for folks to understand. Is that by floating a bond that's denominated in U.S. dollars,
right?
Okay, means people have got to come up with U.S. dollars
to buy them,
which takes, in essence, if you will, more money out of U.S. dollar economy.
Demand.
Okay. Demand. And that is going to push the dollar up. That's going to push, because there's going to be more people need U.S. dollars. You want to convert your euros.
That's right.
You want to convert your pounds to U.S. dollars.
And then the interest rates in dollars.
That's right.
And the principals in dollars.
That's right.
And what you have is that if in fact they do it, because see, if Germany does it, let me tell you, they're going to be thinking about it, because if Germany does it, man, let me tell you something. You'll wake up in the morning, folks, and the euro will be down 5%. Well, I mean, it'll be an extraordinary event. It'll be pushed in if they can't get the money. If they can't get the money, they're going to do it.
Yeah. And so that's the real king right there,
King
folks.
dollar.
Because really, Tom is the one, that was out there first, no question, out on a limb, if you will.
Yeah.
Everybody is, crushing the dollar, saying and you were out there, whether it was on CNBC and everywhere, saying no, folks, that's not the case.
Well,
you were the first guy out there.
This is a great.
Which is cool.
This is I
can just sit next to the king.
I appreciate it, man. This morning, right? I'm walking Harley this morning.
Yeah.
Angie and I, German Shepherd, right?
Yes.
And I take a good 5-mile walk with him, just about almost every day.
Yeah.
And there's inside the neighborhood we have a lot of different people that do a lot of different things, right?
Yes.
And one of my buddies, right, is one of the largest subcontractors, folks, for just about all these phone companies.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's always in Asia, going back and forth, and so he's very cognizant of the fact of the currencies, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we're out there this morning. He says, "Okay," he says, "what do you see going on?" I says, "Oh man," I says, I'm long the dollar, man." He says, "Long the dollar?" He says, "Man," he says, "I'm reading this book right now. The dollar's going to crash." I said, "Well, it already crashed, right?"
Yeah.
And so it was really cool, because what happens is that he is what his job is they have all these plants in China,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And we're talking about, so he supplies Qualcomm, RIM, Apple. He supplies all these things with all these different things.
Yeah.
And so he understood. As soon as I walked him through it, he says, "Oh my God!" He says, "Yeah." I says, "The dollar's already crashed, man."
Yeah.
I says, "It's coming back the other side."
For sure.
And it's interesting because what he has to do, of course, is that he's buying those parts in different countries and different currencies.
That's right.
And then spreading it out going along. But it was really funny. I says that, and I said to him, I says, it won't be for about a year and a half, and it won't be, folks. It won't be for about another year to year and a half that you see people actually getting a clue as to what's actually going on inside the dollar, because it takes that long.
Right.
Because the propaganda machine, folks, is going to stay huge out here.
Yes.
Against the dollar. And it'll be very, very subtle the way they do it, because the amount of money that is on the table is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. And if you do happen to be in San Francisco, folks, I'm kicking off the Hard Asset Show, and they're not going to like what I have to say Sunday morning. I'm actually.
Because a dose of the reality and first you got fundamentals that back it up, that make sense.
Yeah.
Fundamentals that you can't argue with the thought process and the logic there. Then you got technicals, that tell you what's going on with regard to, ABC patterns and expansions, contractions.
What I mean by that is that there's plenty of people that will like it and have seen me there many times, okay?
Yeah.
The gold bugs won't, because unfortunately they think that it only can go one way, and they don't understand that, it has to do with what you buy, not what it's all about.
Okay, but you say gold bugs. Would you say that Paulson was a gold bug? At one, he's not necessarily so much a bug, but certainly.
No, I wouldn't say.
No?
It was a trade for him. Yeah.
Okay, but that's not. But people, that. Okay.
Right.
But other people out there might have the perception that here was a gold.
That's right.
And my definition, a real gold enthusiast.
Right. My definition of gold bug, by the way, folks, is that someone that will never sell gold.
Yeah.
They won't sell gold. They don't understand. Unfortunately, this is what is sad to me, is that they really don't understand what the country's about, as far as I'm concerned. Because if they think that gold's going to go where they think it's going to go, well, just go get an M16.
Right, well,
because there's Armageddon, and Armageddon is not going to happen, folks. It's just not going to happen. Okay.
Or using gold and silver as the currency to transact business for your day-to-day activity. It's just simply impossible.
It is absolutely impossible.
We were talking about Sunday night while we're having a beer. Okay?
Right, exactly.
We're in a place where, trust me, folks, we were in a place where everybody that was in that place could have had all the gold and silver that they wanted.
Right.
But if we went through there and said, okay, instead of paying in cash, you had to go pay in, quarters and dimes, pre-64, what have you, the percentage of folks that actually could have done that would have been small.
Right.
Well, if you just take a look at any place that you go eat, any place you transact business.
Right.
So, to go off of a dollar-denominated currency.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just,
Now the larger thing, which is still pretty cool, okay, they're going to not like the beginning of it, but, if I learned anything in life, it's patience is the name of the game. And what gold is going to do, I think it's going to do anyway, we're in a large consolidation probably for a year and a half.
Right.
And that consolidation, folks, can get down to 1,400. And
still nothing's wrong.
No, to me it's not. It's going to be another floor.
That's right.
I mean, because picture, if we're right in the context of what's going on, what will happen about 2 years from now?
Yeah.
There'll be so much cash, and inflation will start raging because all this cash. See, the cash is out here, but no one wants to spend it.
Well, unless they just only can sell euro bonds and dollars.
Yeah, I just
somebody can take some cash out of the.
No, that's right. That's right.
Out of the kitty.
It's going to be a wild one, man. But today, folks, I suspect what we're going to see is not something historic, but it's going to be pretty close between today, Friday, and Monday, and it's all about currency because
for sure.
This acceleration down at 43 minutes into the marketplace is a good one, and this could double up in about a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, about the dollar, the 786 retracement, 79.24. What I sent out last night, I said, folks, that's the next stop, but and we're 79.18 was the high, so we're there, and we're there with a pretty wide range bar. And we got a lot of trading left to do in the day.
You stay right there. Steve and I are coming right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds, I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow off 167, NASDAQ off 46, S&Ps are off 20. And, I can tell you, it's amazing watching markets. And, of course, when you come off highs with volume and, good old Diamond Foods, if you want to see
is that thing still struggling?
DMND. Oh my God, you should see it's breaking another low today. So it's down $5. It's down another 20% today, folks, right? And you see this so if you want to talk about money management, folks, the stock has gone nonstop from $96 down to $30.
Yeah, it's related to Netflix or something, I guess, huh?
Oh, Jesus. Look at that. That's disgusting. Just look at that thing.
Hey, look at the volume that came out of there.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something. This thing.
So would you call that a markdown?
Oh, man. You talk about a markdown period?
Yeah.
Whoa, baby. That's about as heavy as
That's the daily chart?
That's
the weekly chart.
I just put that on a weekly.
Okay.
So, and this is where folks, if you are always waiting for a bounce, this is a big heads up that, you know what, sometimes you don't get a bounce.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, think about this. This is pretty sick. $96, and you're talking 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're at 29, and it's not going to stop there. The baby's on its way to $18. Let me just see something here.
Yeah.
This could get even sicker.
Look, the reality is when
it's going even lower.
When something falls out of bed, okay,
right.
and that's where this chart here is helpful, okay?
Right.
Because you want to take a look at charts in different time frames.
Yes.
But and the whole reason that there's a lot of reasons why I got connected to Tom or what have you, but the first primary driver was I wanted to understand why some stocks fell out of bed, but not just why. where were they going? That's really what I want to understand.
Yes,
was the risk that was involved.
Exactly.
And when you opened my eyes to, that this all of a sudden became the new fundamental system.
Right.
Forget about all the fundamentals, okay? I wanted to understand when something was falling out of bed, where would it go to?
Right.
And it's so easy to see on the charts. It's going to go back to the last time that you have volume.
Isn't it sick?
Yeah.
It really is. Folks, it is absolutely sick. Once you catch on to where it's going, I don't even know how it happens, but I know that's where the supply and demand curve is, and they go there.
Yeah. And what you first want to do, folks, is, no matter what your time frame you're trading on, is like Tom had up on his screen, go to the monthly. First, just understand on the monthly where that might be going to. Then go take a look at the weekly and see where you've got volume, and then the daily. And then what that will help you do is, because there's a lot of folks that won't use stops out there.
Right.
All right. And they're looking for a bounce maybe to sell back into it. But let me tell you, folks, if you're here and the volume bar is down here,
you'll get out.
Forget it.
Yeah, you'll get out.
Because it won't let you out of the market. It's just going to trade lower, and you're going to hope and pray and hope and pray. There's another trade.
Oh.
Like Susan called about ERY.
Turn it. Yeah.
And she had a 14.25 was her target. Now it's traded another $1 higher than that.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. So
catching.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to be in that position where your question is, should I start taking some profits now or whatever?
Right.
As opposed to praying and hoping that the stock might bounce back up so you can get some of your money back.
Take that money, honey.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
Let's go to Frank in Tampa. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You too, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Hey, I sold my SDS this morning pre-market. I saw it gapped up. They gapped it up a little bit again today. So I'm wondering, what do you think an entry point to get back in it?
I was just talking to Steve. I'm shot, and I'm not closing anything. Okay. To me, this is going to be, you get 4 days closed. The dollar's going, euro's going to get smoked. I think, from here to Monday morning, I wouldn't. Monday morning, from now to Monday morning, I bet we're down another 500-600. So.
Ooh, okay. All right, fellas. Thanks a lot. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay,
man.
You too. Thanks for calling.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go to David in Clearwater. David, what's happening, brother?
Hey, Tom, Steve, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a fabulous day out there, and as you guys know, or as Tom knows, because I've told this in the past, Steve, Tom, I was watching the screens last night, too.
Oh, were you? I love it.
And I was thinking, just like you're thinking, I'm thinking to myself, all right, man, this market has been down, a good 4 or 5 days in a row.
Right.
Probably about time for a good, B2C pop up. We got Friday coming in. Looks like I'm thinking the dollar might take a little bit of a retracement, but a little more cost.
Yes.
So I kid you not, guys, I'm thinking this, right? And I kind of put that thought aside, and then about 10:30 or so, I decided to flip the screens back on, taking a look, and I'm like, holy cow, man, the euro. Someone's putting it in the pipe, and they put fire to it. It's going up in smoke. I'm like, man, there goes that freaking idea right out the window.
No question about it. Both the euro and the pound were getting pounded.
You know, folks, when you hear these conversations, right, I want you to visualize something, right? Because no matter where the tigers and tigresses are in the world, right, we all think the same. We don't all think the same, but just like Hotel California, you will.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can I tell you about the time I checked into Hotel California?
It's a beautiful thing, man. You stay right there. We'll talk about it, and we'll have a big Thanksgiving bird, Because you know what, folks? We're bears on the S&P, and bears eat a lot of turkey. We're bulls on the dollar, and bulls eat a lot of turkey.
That's right, baby.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, Dave from Clearwater. We're getting Janet from British Columbia. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow off 174, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 20. And, folks, if you do happen to be in the San Francisco area, Sunday and Monday, we're going to be at our Hard Asset Show at the Marriott Marquis. I actually kick off the show at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. And come visit us.
Absolutely.
We're talking with our man, David from Clearwater. So I know you got the NQ. You shot the NQs, right?
Yes, I am. But I was wondering if I could, before we talk about that, I wonder if I could tell you about the day I decided to check in the Hotel California.
Yeah, I would love to hear that, man.
I was driving home from work, flipping through the channels, because I like listening to AM talk shows.
Yes.
I'm flipping through the channels, and the next thing I know, I'm flipping along. I get to the station, and Tom, this is what I hear. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hoping everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Dave from Clearwater is a pimp, and not your ordinary pimp. He is an exceptional pimp. I, Tom O'Brien, am declaring Dave from Clearwater to be an exceptional pimp. And I remember thinking to myself, man, someone as smart as this who could recognize this who doesn't know me from Adam, I said, this is a place we want to talk. This is a place we want to check out. This is a place we want to take a look at.
What a ride. That's well, we appreciate you being here, man.
I got a question for you.
He kind of grows on you. He kind of grows on you, doesn't he?
It kind of grows. I mean, it grows on you like a fungus, man. But then after a while, you're like, you want it to. You're like, this is kind of cool. I think we'll just let this grow.
Hey, this is wicked. You know, this is a funny story. We talk about fungus, folks, okay? And I know that David was in the service. So picture this. When Angie, right, my feet, folks, but what ended up happening when I was in the Marines, right? I was in the water for about 5 days, right?
Oh, man.
And you get that fungus on your feet. So I got this fungus on my toes, right? And it's never gone away, right? And I've tried everything, right? And it's hilarious because this is what ends up happening, folks. This is sick. I can be laying around, watching TV or something, right? Yeah. And then Angie looks over at me and says, "You got to go get those toes fixed. You can't walk outside like that." So anyway,
it'll rot it out, man.
So I know what that fungus is, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's quite all right. I tell you, Tom, after my tour out of the Central America, I don't even go into it. I've had nails rot off my toes from just being submerged in the water for so long.
Right.
But anyways, I got a question for you guys here. I know from reading my autographed copy of Timing the Trade, Your Art of Mastery in Trading, that whenever we look for a breakout, we always go back to, as a benchmark, the day we had high volume.
Yes.
So applying that concept, if you wouldn't mind, please, put the NQs on a daily. Got a question for you.
Okay, I have it.
All right, so in y'all's mind here, is the benchmark the August low or is the benchmark October 4th? Because they both are high volume days.
Yeah, I take the high first of the October 4th one. The reason being is this, is that the October 4th one came into the August one with lighter volume, right? That was the test. So the first test is going to be at 2126.75. Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Tom. So October 4th is the test, and I have to admit I'm confused. Is then August 22nd also a test?
Yeah, you can take that too. Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay, so August 22nd was the test. Let's see. On August 22nd, we had approximately 254,000 contracts, and then on the 4th, we had 537. So it looks like it hit it, then took off from that point on. So having stated that, okay, if we're gonna benchmark with the low of October 4th, let's say, as our, the bottom of the breakout, it looks like we're retracing to a 618 at 2175, which is also the low of approximately June 20th, and as well as March 17th and 16th time frame. Here's my question. I know, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is where we're going to bounce out of here, but just from a general standpoint, if the dollar wasn't marching higher, okay, and we didn't have that wide price spread down today, and that was kind of coming in there with a lighter volume, wouldn't that also be a point of which you might want to consider going long if the dollar was kind of receding?
Absolutely, but it's probably on Monday when we get down to the 21. Stay right there. Come right back.
Holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Dave from Clearwater. We're talking about the NQs and where that you can expect the bounce to come in. Dave, the way that the market is set up, that, we get lighter volume, we're coming into the swing point, should it bounce? My larger take is that it'll be a disaster on Monday, and that's probably where it will come in. Now, if the volume expands on Monday, this is the real danger part that the market can absolutely get taken apart, is if you come in, see, what should be happening is that as you come into the swing point, the volume should be contracting, right? But we haven't hit the swing point yet. So if on Monday
that's right,
that you're going after the swing point and volume explodes, then forget it, man. Then forget it. Then you're coming down to a whole nother level. So, oh, must have lost him. Let's go to you there? Oh, okay. Let's go to Janet in British Columbia. Hey, Janet, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Good to hear from you.
I'd like to wish you both a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you about Nova Gold, but before I do that, I wanted to ask you, are you aware that there's a bank that heads in charge of all the central banks in the world?
Yes.
Well,
they're not in charge of it. What they do is that they basically make rules that we may or may not go along with.
Is that the BIS?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I wasn't aware that they had incredible powers because they're inviolable of all papers and documents. They have immunity from jurisdiction and arrest. The right to use codes. They're above the law.
Oh, yeah. Well, banks are the law. Yeah. I mean, that's the quicker that you understand that, folks, the better off you're going to be. Well, you can see, right, Corzine, okay, there's $1.2 billion missing, and, he's not arrested yet. So, yeah.
I know. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Anyway.
I mean, just imagine somebody that maybe stole, I don't know what the dollar amount is, but if they sold $10,000 from you, some neighbor would have you, they'd be arrested.
Right. You definitely bring Brad in for question. I mean, forget it. Yeah.
I don't know what the limit is for a felony. It might be $2,500 or $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah.
Okay, some figure like that, and they'd be in jail.
Oh yeah.
They'd be getting bailed out.
Big time.
Did that happen here?
Right.
Absolutely not.
No one. Zero.
Yeah.
It's not right.
No, it's absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe all these people on Wall Street should take up the banner to abolish the Fed. We'd be a lot better.
Well, the aspect, I think what you're going to see is this. This is starting out small, and folks, basically not paying attention to it. They think it's going to go away. It's not going to go away. They just don't have their story crafted. I've talked about this before. They know that they basically are getting taken to the cleaners, and they know that people are corrupt, and they just don't have it crafted yet. It's going to be crafted, and it'll probably take another year, year and a half. But let me tell you something. It's going to be crafted, and it's going to be a big problem. You know, and one of the large problems, folks, you saw it the other night. Now, this had nothing to do with Occupy Wall Street, but it had to do with the University of California at Davis. Right. What happened flat out is that if you saw that deal, those folks there were protesting the acceleration of tuition rates. And tuition rates in California go right through the roof. So they're sitting there, and you have two cops come by and absolutely spray them. That is what incites folks in a huge way, and it incites folks that don't think that they would actually go out on the street. And the reason that they'll go out on the street, all that takes is someone that thinks they're conservative. And there's a lot of different definitions for that. But let me tell you something. If that was one of their children, that's the establishment's biggest fears. Because what happens is that you get someone like that, then all of a sudden they say, what is going on here? You know, this is a peaceful deal, has nothing to do with anything that's out there. It has to do with, hey, these kids are paying big money, and they're paying big money into a bureaucracy. So the bureaucracy is getting paid, the bureaucracy turns around, and so I just think that this is only at the very beginning of this, you know. And that is the essence of how our markets can change and how we're going to go forward. You know, it's going to probably have to happen, you know, in throwing most of the bums out, you know, so.
Hopefully, yeah. Tom, Nova Gold, NG on the Toronto.
Yes.
It looks to me, well, it's pushing the highs with volume, obviously, and now it's backed off a little bit. Could it be doing a little, an ABC up?
Well, it could, but if you're going to buy it, I wouldn't be buying it until $9.12, because that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I actually hold it now.
Well, I'd sell it.
Should sell it?
Yeah.
It's not doing an ABC up.
Well, it's strong, okay? You know, you had the spike up, but, you know, this thing's going back to $9.12. You know, what this is about is that they sold one of their companies, and, you know, nice spike up, but it all depends on how you want to trade it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
See, it can't be an ABC up, because what it really just did is a 100% move. You know, and once it back, well, no, it can be an ABC up. Okay, no, it absolutely can be an ABC up. Yeah, it can. But I think it's just going to back off to that breakout area, which is $9.12 first.
Oh, all right. Thank you. And Vista, I noticed I had Vista too and got stopped out from your gold report, and I see it's come down a bit more this morning. You still think that's going up?
Yeah. Let me pull Vista up here for us. Okay, so you get Vista. You know, Vista is at 326. That will get back into this. Don't bite on it yet. 302 is game. What's actually even game is 283. What you have happening here, this correction is going to be vicious. Period. You know, if you looked at yesterday's gold report, that's where I said it's going. That's where I think it's going. So just take your time.
All right, thank you. And Steve, I'm going to try your newsletter out on I'm going to start on the 1st of December. I thought it might be better to start at the...
Well, thank you. We'll take any day that you want to start.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Yeah.
I can't.
Now, you talked about your gold newsletter yesterday. I thought the best one was the first one.
That
you put out, that you sent out to other subscribers. That was cool to go read that.
Yeah, isn't it? Did you read it?
Absolutely, I did last night. Yeah.
We sent if you're a Gold Report subscriber, folks, you got the first one yesterday, and it is pretty. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing. It blows my mind. April 7, 2002.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. I know. Time is something you can't get back. Money, folks, we can help you get back money in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Time.
Especially if you're long the dollar.
That's right.
Stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We're going to come right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman, editor of the Chapman Market Line and Trends Watch, as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Yeah, it's pretty cool hearing the Tigers from BC. I've actually heard her before.
Oh, yeah.
It's very cool.
That Tigers has been out there growling and prowling for years.
She has been, hasn't she?
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Hey, Tom, you had somebody about a week ago doing a little forecast. I forget, it was S&P's going to 1320 and so forth. But I see something with the Canadian dollar, and we're inverted your U.S. dollar.
That's right, yeah.
Now I see if you put it on a weekly,
okay,
1 year weekly,
okay,
you will see that we had a head and shoulder pattern that we finished. It took it down. The futures was 93.67.
Yes.
We then went back to the neckline.
Right.
And now what we have on a daily, it really is clean. We got a head and shoulder top to go retest the lows because there's volume sitting down there at 93.67. And then I think we're going to rally back to about 97, 98. And I think the market's going to follow. So I think your timing of Monday, I mean, hopefully you can have a peaceful Thanksgiving, not worrying about a bounce.
I'm going to have a peaceful Thanksgiving period.
Hey,
it doesn't matter.
look, and I'll tell you, if you just look at the daily on the Canadian dollar, that October 4th that you've got down there, you got a nice hammer candle. So
yes.
If it gets down there and tests 93.67 and closes back above 93.84, then you got, then you've hit some nice support there.
Yeah, and like the market, the dollar, from all the volumes I'm seeing, I hate using the FXC. The FXC is the euro, FXC is the Canadian dollar. They just don't have enough volumes to really get a good picture of it. But even the euro, like Tom, I remember when the dollar was down, you said, yeah, we got an inverted head and shoulder on the dollar, and we do on your dollar. And you know what? We can then come back to the neckline, which would be, I'm not looking at the U.S. dollar right now, but I'm just looking at watching the Canadian dollar and of course, your U.S. dollar, and I think it's probably Monday, and I'm looking for a test of the lows there. So.
Bottom line, folks, if you're in Canada, if you're looking for real estate in the United States, you better buy it right now because you're going to basically, your dollar's getting weaker, U.S. dollar's getting stronger, the real estate market's getting stronger.
And they got a good real estate market up there.
Yeah. Well,
Vancouver.
They actually got a balloon. They got a balloon happening.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, you have a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's go to Kevin in Marina Del Rey. Hey, Kevin, what's happening? Kevin, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We sure can, brother.
Hey, listen, when you guys said you were short the market, hey, do you have a favorite way of doing that? Do you buy puts, sell calls, or do you just short? What do you do?
Well, Steve and I both do a lot of futures, do a lot of currencies. On our newsletters, we're doing, whether it's the Qs, the diamonds, the sectors, and then the doubles and the triples.
Yeah, and the triples right now, I've got the volatility. If you really understand how to play the money management side of it, they are great vehicles. Great vehicles.
Yeah. And if you trade options, you absolutely want to listen to the option hour because you don't want to just put it on red and put it on green. That's not the strategy to make money, Kevin.
That's right. Yeah. You always want to have defined rules.
But there's great strategies inside that option market that you can do. Cooking, brother.
Cool.
Have a great one. Have a safe one, man. Thanks for calling. Let's go to Marty in Massachusetts. Hey, Marty, what's happening?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
Yep. I've got this question. The dollar is strengthening, as you said it would. And,
sure.
Of course, with it, everything else is going down. And you expect that this is going to last for a year and a half. And, the reports all over are predicting recession everywhere.
Well, I expect that it's going to last longer than that the dollar's already bottomed, that, the dollar's going to end up making its way back to 100, 110, 120 in the next 10 years. So. Okay,
so in this context, what would have to happen in the American markets anyway to get a rebound in the market?
Well, what happened is this, is that the large multinationals got to figure out that the dollar's going up, okay, and they'll rearrange their whole currency and their whole slave trade deal. Have a great Thanksgiving, safe Thanksgiving. You stay right there, folks. Basil Chapman's coming up. Then we got Larry, David White, and back to me.
That's right. Have a happy Thanksgiving, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Friday and Monday.
That's right.